Okay, the next video is quite disappointing, and I opened this on I think it came on Wednesday or Thursday, and it's a vintage Star Wars card back, and it was just posted in an envelope. So obviously the postman just shoved it through the letterbox, and my letterbox is quite narrow, and obviously the card got quite creased. So I bought this on Sunday on eBay. It was £15 or £14.50 plus a couple of quid postage. But I knew as soon as I got home and I felt with my hand the side where just under the letterbox, and I could feel this envelope and I could feel a piece of card in it, and I could tell, oh my goodness, the postman's just shoved it through willy-nilly without any thought or regard. He's just, but then it should have been better protected for postage. It should have been at least sandwiched between two pieces of thick card, or even put into a box. But none of that was done. It was just put in this jiffy bag. So the thing is, it's really, I mean, this guy, if he sells vintage Star Wars items on the eBay, must realise that the Royal Mail was useless. I mean, people complain about other providers of, what they call, I can't remember, different companies that do it, but Royal Mail can be pretty awful as well. And I've had numerous times, like I've been at home at the time and I could hear the postman just shoving a carded figure through my letterbox, and it's just so, they've done it in such a thoughtless, they don't care, they just shove it through, yeah. I've had to complain to eBay. That happened with this Tommy Kubrick Luke Skywalker farm boy figure on a card, and the postman just shoved it through, and it just ruined the card, and I had to ask for money back off the eBay seller and stuff like that. But this is something that's really old. It's from 1983. It's a Palatoy card back for Landau Christian, and this cannot be replaced. This is a scarce item. It's really old. I mean, a lot of you guys that follow me know about this. JR does, Action Figure Grader does, all of that sort of stuff. But when I came home and opened that, I was so angry, and so I was effing and blinding. I was so infuriated because for £14.50 I got a really nice, just the card back, not a carded figure, but a really minty nice Palatoy Return of the Jedi Landau Christian card back. I'm going to show you it now. I taped it a bit back, so I mean, it's all sorted anyhow. I mean, I'm going to send it back to the seller, but this was so unnecessary. If he had sent it in a box, or at least sandwiched between the two pieces of thick card. I mean, a box would have been preferable, because that would have prevented it being shoved through my letterbox. So who do I blame? Do I blame the postman, who can barely, most likely doesn't speak a word of English and all that sort of stuff? Or do I blame the seller, who may also not speak a word of English, or, So this is, it looks good, yeah, but when you look closer at it, you can see where it's all been creased. Now, this card back was immaculate before, but now you can see it's got a crease there. Well, you can see better on the back. I mean, it's got a WH Smith's price tag for £1.75. I mean, it's a beautiful item, this. But there's a number of creases now on the back of the card, which I hope you can see. Like that crease wouldn't have been there. This crease there, this huge crease there, that actually continues there in the corner. I mean, this was a mint piece. I mean, okay, no figure, but the card back had been preserved for such a long time. And look at that crease there. So that crease there, this couple of creases there, because it's sort of like a river, it forks. So it forks there and forks all the way there. And then that crease there, you can feel it, like it goes all the way, you can feel it with your finger all the way to the center where it says Rebel there. I mean, this is, how old is this? From 1983. So it's almost, it's 38 years old, this. And the seller just sends it in an envelope. He sends it in this envelope. Pathetic. I mean, how can you be so naive and so thoughtless? I mean, look at that crease there. There was none of these creases when I bought this. This is just terrible what he's done. How can you be that silly? I mean, how long has he had that in his own collection? And then he thinks, now I've sold it to someone else, I'll just send it in a jiffy bag. I mean, the card was flat. It was in perfect condition. There's the W.H. Smith's. That's a UK sort of stationer's shop. And you can see a bit of crease in there now. I mean, it was in such great condition before, and he's just sent it without any thought or any, I mean, it's a British card, it's a Palatoy card, it's really kind of rare. It's a foreign card back, really, and he's just sent it without any consideration. Maybe I should have, like Gerard just said, I should have said, make sure you send this in a box. But I wasn't at home, I was out and about, I was using my phone. So, I just assumed that if you sell vintage Star Wars collectibles, you realise that the Royal Mail and other carriers are absolutely useless. They don't care. All they care about is just delivering the item. There's no pride in their work. They just want to get their deliveries done. They're a disgrace, the Royal Mail. They lost this Hungarian Darth Vader I had ordered, loose figure, which I paid about almost £100 for. Now that's worth at least minimum 500, 600, 700 pounds. So Royal Mail was a joke, they're a disgrace. Not all of them. I mean, the ones that when I go to the Putney office and collect stuff, or they're not too bad. But it's just not good enough. The eBay seller, this thing cannot be replaced. This is, like I said, 38 years old. It's a rare card. It's a foreign card. It's not like you can a Kenner card or anything like that. And look at what, even now, it still presents really well. I mean, there's hardly any damage to where the bubble was removed. It's a beautiful piece, and this, inconsiderate seller just shoved it in a jiffy bag. How can you be so thoughtless? I mean, in a way, this is a piece of history. It's a piece of pop culture, and you can't just. I mean, when you learn about preserving items and doing whatever you do, archaeology or history or whatever, you've got to take care of certain things, and handling documents and stuff like that. Look at that crease there. I mean, you can really see it now. That wasn't there. So, I mean, what is this guy doing? He's ruining a beautiful item. A rare item. I mean, you seldom see a Palatoy Lando Calrissian ever for sale. I mean, you'll see the Kenner obviously on the Return Jedi card, but seldom see the Palatoy. This is reprehensible what he's done. Thoughtless, pure thoughtlessness. It's outrageous. Look at the creasing now. How can you be so mindless? Naive. I mean, I am angry because, you know, this was a beautiful piece, and for £14.50, this is a bargain price. I mean, yes, I could probably get some heavy books and flatten it out quite a bit. But then the creases are still going to be there, those really fine lines. It's just terrible what he's done. So now I'm going to send it back to eBay, I mean to the seller, to get the money back. Terrible. It's outrageous. Such a beautiful card back. I mean, the vintage collection Lando's just coming out as well, and this one's just been so ruined. Piece of history. Oh, just shove it in a jiffy bag, or the postman will carefully post it through the letterbox. What planet are you living on? The postmen don't care. They just shove stuff through without any forethought or consideration. They don't care. They just want to get rid of the post so they can go home. Look at that. Crease. And this is such a nice card. 45 back. Not on the Toy Tony list. There's the Lando figure. Just so frustrating what this guy's done. I mean, I love that W.H. Smith sticker there. But this card is ruined in my opinion. They ruined it. They spoilt it. Absolute. I mean, this is, you know, 38 years old now. It's I know it's not super old, but it's, you know, it's old, and this isn't easily replaced. It's unreplaceable, really. I mean, this is a minty card, and it's just been ruined. Terrible. It's not good enough, really. And I was furious, man. I made a video. I was effing and blinding almost, and that's on Instagram. It won't come onto YouTube, but this will go on both channels. I mean, both platforms. So I've got to send it back. It's really unfortunate, really, because it is quite a nice card. I mean, maybe if I say, give me £10 back, I'll keep it. Because it can be flattened out, and it is a quite attractive piece. But it's not good enough, really. Anyway, cheers, goodbye.